Forces of the Republic of the Gambia, less taxes and similar charges. Aircraft and vessels of the United States government shall be free from boarding and inspection. The embassy also proposes that the United States Department of Defense may contract for any material, supplies, equipment and services, including construction, to be furnished or undertaken in the Republic of the Gambia without restriction as to choice of contractor, supplier or person who provides such material, supplies, equipment or services. Such contracts shall be solicited, awarded and administered in accordance with the laws and regulations of the government of the United States of America. Acquisition of articles and services in the Republic of the Gambia by or on behalf of the United States Department of Defense in connection with activities under this agreement shall not be subject to any taxes or similar charges in the Republic of the Gambia. The embassy further proposes that United States contractors shall not be liable to pay any tax or similar charge assessed within the Republic of the Gambia in connection with activities under this agreement, and that such contractors may import into, export out of, and use in the Republic of the Gambia any personal property, equipment, supplies, material, technology, training or services in fulfillment of contracts with the United States Department of Defense in connection with activities under this agreement. Such importation, exportation and use shall be exempt from any license, other restrictions, custom duties, taxes or any other charges assessed within the Republic of the Gambia. The embassy proposes that United States contractors shall be granted the same treatment as United States personnel with respect to professional and driver's licenses. The embassy proposes that United States personnel shall have freedom of movement and access to and use of mutually agreed transportation, storage, training and other facilities required in connection with activities under this agreement. The government of the Republic of the Gambia recognizes that it may be necessary for the United States Armed Forces to use the radio spectrum. The United States Department of Defense shall be allowed to operate its own telecommunication systems as telecommunication is defined in the 1992 Constitution and Convention of the International Telecommunication Union. This shall include the right to utilize such means and services as required to ensure full ability to operate telecommunication systems and the right to use all necessary radio spectrum for this purpose. Use of the radio spectrum shall be free of cost to the United States government. Further, the embassy proposes that the parties waive any and all claims other than contractual claims against each other for damage to, loss or destruction of the other's property or injury or death to personnel of either party's armed forces or their civilian personnel arising out of the performance of their official duties in connection with activities under this agreement. Claims by third parties for damages or loss caused by United States personnel shall be resolved by the United States government in accordance with United States laws and regulations. Finally, the embassy proposes further that our two governments or their designated representatives may enter into implementing arrangements to carry out the provisions of this agreement. If the foregoing is acceptable to the government of the Republic of the Gambia, the embassy shall propose that this note, together with the ministry's reply to that effect, shall constitute an agreement between the two governments which shall enter into force on the date of the ministry's reply. The Embassy of the United States of America avails itself of this opportunity to renew to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of the Gambia the assurances of its highest consideration. Embassy of the United States of America, Banjul, November 27, 2012. This is the end of the agreement proposed by the United States of America. Obviously, knowing our president, this agreement was not only rejected outright, but led to the dismissal of the then Permanent Secretary Ministry of Defense, Mr. Pahari Sambu, who, as it turned out to be, had already approved for signing this agreement that would have led to the total surrender of our sovereignty to the United States of America and by extension their cousins, the British. Gambians and the rest of the world should have noticed that any U.S. ambassador to the Gambia who has a strong conscience and determination to tell the truth about the situation in the Gambia, to his or her government in Washington is removed unceremoniously before completing his or her tour of duty in the Gambia. The case of these former U.S. ambassadors to the Gambia would buttress this point. Ambassador Jackson McDonald, Ambassador Pamela White, and the latest Ambassador Edward M. Alford, who just recently left and his replacement has not yet taken post. Interestingly enough, these noble, God-fearing Americans are normally posted to trouble spots after their removal from the Gambia as both punishment for their conscience and a warning to future ambassadors that if they refuse to join the smear campaign bandwagon intended to destabilize the current government, they will be sent to dangerous trouble spots. This is buttressed by the recent posting to southern Afghanistan of the last U.S. ambassador to the Gambia, Ambassador Alford. These are the facts that have led to this ignoble and satanic smear campaign against the Gambia. We hereby pledge to continue to give you, the Allah-worshipping people of the Gambia and the noble Allah-fearing people with a conscience the world all over, the real reasons behind both the U.S. and British government's hostilities toward the government of the Gambia. We, as Allah-fearing, predominantly Muslim government and country, will never retreat or surrender, as our fate and destiny lie in the mighty hands of the Almighty Allah. Thus, the truth will always prevail. We hereby challenge both the U.S. and British governments to disclose not only to the Gambian public, but the whole world at large, how much they have given the Gambian people annually from 1994 to date. The figures will shock you, as the amounts are so infinitesimal. We shall never be recolonized or re-enslaved. With Allah on our side, we fear no human or satanic power on earth. We thank you for your kind attention.
Coffee rice di seen qualité malo bi nga xam ne rek moo yegg si ci réew mi muy si njëg si qualité ak ci valeur Vega Jasmine Perfume Rice bi lee sakkan lool te neex lool lii di stage tuuti la ci am maanaam gom moom bari lewu ko ba tax na mu gën ci yaram Vega Jasmine Perfume Rice bi lee neex ci seen yaase yi seen cuy yi wala seen suppa yi lee wala li nga xam ne mooy yaase ganaar yi wala bépp façon mu togg boo xam ne rek maalo ngay jëfandikoo seen Vega Jasmine Perfume Rice bi lañ ci taamu ba tax na yéen jigéen ñi képp ku bëgg a teral sa jëkk rek wala am di jàmm yi muy hôtel seen restaurant yi ñëpp Vega Jasmine Perfume Rice la ñuy jëfandikoo ndax mooy qualité bi ñu taamu ak Vega Jasmine Perfume Rice da ngay am lu sakkan lu bari.
Cakka bi de tiara la maa ñëw naka yéen da ngeen am tiara seen biir kër bi.
waaw ñu suñ koy tiara rek lañ dee jëfandikoo du mag du xale ñun ñëpp moom lañ dee jëfandikoo.
tiara juice daal moo ñëw tara.
Wow, that's nice. Wonderful juice. Bii mooy ban juice.
tadi bii mooy tiara juice.
Xanaa gan la fi.
teera de du fi gan neexaay fu mu neex ak bu ko nit ñi bugga moo tax duy doy.
Tiara juice moom ku si bugga lu bari fan la ko mën a amee.
am na ci bépp bitik si marché si supermarket fu ne la am. li ci gën a neex mooy. soo bëggee wholesale.
waaw
nga dem sa MFH groupe.
waaw
foofu nga ko mën a amee. am na cola am na strawberry am na mango am na pineapple am na berries am na orange am na lemon am na pineapple coconut am na passion fruit am na peach. tiara juice bi daal moo ñuy taaral.
réewi Gambia lii di seen Tabaski bonanza bi rek bàyyee ko ci ñii di waa MFH Group muy LG Electronics nekk Kairaba Avenue ak sunu kër store rek fii ci Sairé Diop Avenue ndax lépp liñ soxla woon yegsi na muy spécial Tabaski bonanza wala ngeen